I, 35 male, had been with Rochelle, 37, for 5 years, living together for 4. She had 2 kids, Aiden, 14, and Zoe, 12. Their bio dad lived across the country, paid minimal child support, saw them maybe twice a year. For 5 years, I did everything a dad would do. School pickups, soccer practice, homework help, sick days, parent-teacher conferences. I taught Aiden to drive in my car, helped Zoe with her science fair projects, paid for their phones, their clothes, their everything really. Most importantly, I paid for their private school. $18,000 per year per kid. Plus I had all my premium health insurance through work and paid for Aiden's braces and Zoe's therapy for anxiety. The conversation that ended everything happened 2 weeks ago. We were discussing holiday plans. I mentioned taking the kids to see my parents, like we'd done every year. About that, Rochelle said, "We need to set some boundaries." Boundaries? The kids are feeling confused about your role. You're not their dad. Your mom's boyfriend. They have a dad. The dad they see twice a year. That doesn't matter. By the way, my kids don't see you as their dad. Accept it. You're overstepping. I sat there for a minute. 5 years. 5 years. So what am I to them? You're my partner. You live here. But you need to stop trying to parent them. I see. And the private school? What about it? Who's paying for that? You agreed to help with their education when I thought I was building a family. Not when I'm just mom's boyfriend who needs to know his place. She rolled her eyes. Don't be dramatic. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being clear. Finally, clarity. Thank you for that. I went to my home office and made some calls. First call, HR in my company. Removed Aiden and Zoe from my health insurance effective end of month. Second call, the kids' private school. Informed them I would not be paying tuition for the spring semester. Third call, my apartment manager from before I moved in with Rochelle. He still had a unit available. Within 3 hours, I'd undone 5 years of financial support. That evening at dinner, I acted normal. Helped Zoe with algebra. Listened to Aiden talk about his gaming tournament. Rochelle seemed pleased I'd accepted my place. She had no idea what was coming. Update 1. Monday morning, Rochelle got an email from the school. Tuition for spring semester was due, $36,000 total. The automatic payment from my account had been canceled. She called me at work. I didn't answer. Text started flooding in. What did you do? The school says you canceled payment. This isn't funny. Call me back. You can't do this to the kids. I responded once. I'm respecting the boundaries you set. Their father can handle their education. She came home early from work, kids still at school. You're seriously going to pull them out of private school over a conversation? I'm not pulling them out. You can keep them enrolled. You or their father can pay. You know I can't afford that. Then they'll go to public school. It's free. This is petty. You're punishing children. No, I'm respecting your wishes. I'm not their dad. Dads pay for private school. Mom's boyfriends who need to know their place don't. I didn't mean it like that. Then how did you mean it? She couldn't answer. Just kept saying I was being unreasonable. That night, she tried to smooth things over. Cooked my favorite meal. Had the kids thank me for helping with homework. Very transparent. Then Thursday came. Insurance cards arrived in the mail. Only mine. Where are the kids' cards? They're not on my insurance anymore. What? Open enrollment was last month. I removed them. They have until the 31st on the current plan. She went ballistic. Aiden needs medication for ADHD. Zoe has therapy. Their father has insurance, doesn't he? Basic state insurance. It doesn't cover anything. Well, you should probably figure that out. The 31st is coming fast. That's when she said it. The thing that sealed her fate. If you do this, we're done. Okay. That's it. You established I'm not family to these kids. Just mom's boyfriend. Boyfriends don't have obligations to kids that aren't theirs, especially when they're told to know their place. She slept in the guest room that night. Update 2. I signed a lease on my own apartment. Started moving my stuff out slowly. Just the important things first, documents, valuables, clothes I needed for work. Rochelle noticed, but said nothing at first. She was scrambling to figure out the kid's situation. Public school registration. Insurance through her work, triple the cost for worse coverage. Then the first of the month came. Rent was due. For 3 years, I'd been paying 75% of it because I made more. $2,100 from me, $700 from her. I didn't pay. The landlord called her. She called me. You didn't pay rent. I don't live there anymore. You haven't moved out yet. I'm in the process. I have my own place. That's your apartment now. I can't afford $2,800 by myself. Should have thought about that before establishing boundaries. She had to borrow from her parents. They weren't happy. I heard all about it from her angry texts. But the real shock came when the kids found out about school. Rochelle had to tell them they'd be switching to public school. Aiden lost it. He was supposed to be team captain next year for lacrosse at his private school, already being scouted for scholarships. Zoe cried. All her friends were at private school. She'd been there since 2nd grade. They blamed Rochelle. She blamed me. Told them I was abandoning them. Aiden texted me. Why are you doing this to us? I replied. Ask your mom about boundaries and who I am to you. He did. She couldn't give him a good answer. Hashtag update 3. 3 weeks later. The financial reality hit Rochelle hard. Without my contributions. Rent. Extra $2,100 per month. Health insurance. Extra $400 per month through her work. Kids' phones. $150 per month. I've been paying. Groceries. Extra $600 per month. I've been buying most. Utilities. Extra $200 per month. Gas. Extra $300 per month. I've been filling her car. Streaming services. $50 per month. Total, about $3,800 per month more in expenses. Her salary? $52,000 per year. After taxes, about $3,200 per month. Do the math. She tried everything. First, sweet talk. Made my favorite foods when I came to get more stuff. Had the kids conveniently be there to hug me. When that didn't work, guilt. The kids are suffering. Aiden's depressed. Zoe won't eat. When that didn't work, anger. You're a monster. You used us. You never really loved them. Then came the manipulation. She called my mom. My mom called me. Rochelle says you're abandoning her kids. She told me I'm not their dad and need to know my place. I'm respecting that. She says you're being petty. Mom, I paid for everything for 5 years. Everything. Then she tells me I'm just mom's boyfriend and need to back off. So I did. Mom went quiet. Then, good for you. Rochelle didn't expect that. Update 4. Desperation made Rochelle show her true colors. She reached out to her ex, the kid's bio dad, Garrett. Told him I'd been overstepping as a father figure and now was abandoning his kids. Tried to get him to pay more support. Garrett called me. Yeah, he called me. Bro, what's going on? Rochelle's saying you're trying to damage my kids. I explained everything. The boundary conversation. The financial support I'd been providing. How she'd minimized my role after 5 years. Wait, you're paying for private school? And health insurance? Yep. Damn. I thought her parents were paying for that stuff. Nope. All me. And she told you to back off? Said I needed to know my place. I'm not their dad. He laughed. Actually laughed. She's an idiot. You were doing more than I ever could. Want to know something? What? She told me 3 years ago to stop trying so hard with the kids, because they had you now. I saved that voicemail he forwarded. Rochelle literally telling him the kids didn't need him because they had me as a father figure. The kids heard about her contacting Garrett. They were confused. Mom had told them for years that Garrett was unreliable, but now she wanted him more involved? Aiden confronted her. I know because he texted me about it. Mom's lying about something. Did she really tell you that you weren't our dad? Yes. After everything you did for us? Yes. That's messed up. It is what it is, buddy. Can you at least come to my last lacrosse game? At the private school? I'll think about it. I went. Sat in the back. When Aiden scored, he looked for me in the stands. Not his mom. Me. Rochelle saw. It killed her. Update 5. Public school started rough for both kids. Aiden went from being a big fish in a small pond to nobody. Zoe got bullied for being the private school kid. Rochelle had to move. Couldn't afford the apartment. Found a smaller place in a worse neighborhood. 2 bedrooms instead of 3. Kids had to share. Her parents helped with a deposit, but made it clear this was a one-time thing. They were retired, couldn't keep bailing her out. Then came the twist I didn't see coming. Zoe called me. She'd gotten my new address from my mom, They'd exchanged numbers years ago for birthday planning. She was at my door with a suitcase. Mom said you're not my dad, but you're the only dad I've known. Can I stay here tonight? I hate the new place. I let her in, called Rochelle immediately. Your daughter is here. Good? Talk some sense into her. Tell her this is her home. No, you need to come get her. I can't have her here. Boundaries, remember? Are you serious right now? Dead serious. You made it clear I'm not her parent. I can't have someone else's child in my apartment without permission. She came to get Zoe. Zoe was crying. Why can't I stay with Dad? He's not your dad. Rochelle snapped. He's more of a dad than Garrett ever was. Go to the car. Before they left, Rochelle tried one more time. Please. I'm drowning. The kids are miserable. I was wrong. You are their dad. No. I was their dad. Past tense. You made sure of that. I'll do anything. There's nothing to do. You set a boundary. I respected it. Now we both live with the consequences. Final update. Last week was Aiden's 15th birthday. He texted asking if I could take him to get his learner's permit. I'd promised him last year. Ask your mom. She said to ask you. Tell her I'm respecting boundaries. He didn't get his permit. Rochelle couldn't take time off work, and Garrett was across the country. I heard through mutual friends that Rochelle's been dating, trying to find another guy to fill the role I had. 3 months, 3 different guys. None stuck around once they heard about 2 teenagers and the financial situation. The kids have adapted to public school, but they're different. Aiden's grades dropped. No more lacrosse scholarship dreams. Zoe's anxiety got worse without her therapist. New insurance doesn't cover it. Rochelle's parents finally saw the truth when she asked them for private school tuition money. They call me, actually, want to know what really happened. I sent them the text screenshots. Her telling me to know my place. Her saying the kids don't see me as dad. Her establishing boundaries. They were horrified. Offered to pay for family therapy if I'd consider reconciliation. No thanks. I moved on. And I have. I'm dating someone new. Heather. No kids. No drama. We're taking things slow. Ran into Rochelle at a coffee shop last week. She looked tired. Older. How are you? She asked. Good. You. Managing. Good. The kids miss you. That's unfortunate. I miss you. Okay. We could try again. Do it right this time. No. You love those kids. I did. Past tense. You made sure of that when you told me they weren't mine to love as a father. I made a mistake. You made a choice. Now you live with it. She left crying. Got a text from her that night. You destroyed our family. I replied, there was no our family. Remember? There was your family. And I was just your boyfriend who needed to know his place. I know my place now. It's nowhere near you. Blocked her number after that. The kids still reach out sometimes. I'm polite but distant. They're good kids, but they're not my kids. Their mother made that abundantly clear. Sometimes you don't realize what you have until it's gone. And sometimes by then it's too late. Edit. For those saying I'm punishing the kids, I'm not. Their mother established that I had no parental role. I simply agreed. The financial support I provided was voluntary, based on the understanding that I was building a family. When she clarified that wasn't the case, I adjusted accordingly. The kid's situation is unfortunate, but it's a direct result of their mother's choices, not mine.